Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
The State Patrol is on the cutting edge when it comes to catching criminals.
That's right, and a new piece of technology allows them to identify people in real time. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Brent Bonfleur shows us how it works in tonight's top story.
Rod, Megan, it's called AFIS. It stands for Automated Fingerprint Identification System, and it allows the Nebraska State Patrol and other law enforcement agencies to know who they're dealing with.
You bet. So this is the mobile AFIS device. It's about the size of a smartphone, as you can see.
Trooper Mike Thorson has been with the Nebraska State Patrol for more than a decade, but it's been just the past year that he's gotten his hands on this device, one of only a handful in the entire state. When Thorson makes a stop, he can scan the person's fingerprint with their consent and find a plethora of information on them, including name, date and place of birth, as well as state and national identification numbers. More importantly, it scans through different databases that show whether the person has a criminal past, is a sex offender, or is even on a terror watch list.
It certainly doesn't identify everybody, but it helps us out tremendously.
The device has also been used to identify trauma victims and even those killed in car accidents.
For example, a few months ago there was an individual that was involved in a pretty serious car crash, and we weren't able to find any identification on him whatsoever, and I was called to go down to Bryan West Hospital, and we fingerprinted him right there in the hospital room, and we actually got a hit on him.
In all, the device can identify around 5 million people nationwide. It costs less than $2,000 and is paid for by outside sources. Here's a first-hand example of how it works.
So basically I just put that on there and you just let me do the work. It'll give me a green check mark, okay? And then it's going to ask for your other hand there.
Okay.
And we'll put that in and see if I'm going to be slapping the cuffs on you or not.
In just 27 seconds, AFIS searched for my prints through the databases and, thankfully, didn't get a hit. Thorson says the devices have been a huge help and are used by agencies across the state, including Lincoln Police. And as word spreads, he expects them to become even more popular.
Prior to a year or so ago, before we had these, sometimes you're just out of luck when you're not able to identify someone like that, and it's just such a valuable tool when it comes to that.
Reporting in Lincoln, Brent Bonfleur, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much.